welcome to week 14 of my 1-year experiment. Today, what I have to talk about is the concept of it doesn't get easier, you get better. Something that I've come to recognize that is being a stumbling block and a hindrance for myself is my sleep schedule. When I sleep, I do generally sleep pretty well, but I'm also a night owl type person, and it's just not what I typically... Well, it's easy for me to just stay up late and then realize, oh, it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and I need to get up in 3 or 4 hours and go to work, and I'm already exhausted from the long day that I just had. So that's started this week, Monday and Tuesday. That was a pretty big challenge. Last night, I got to bed pretty well before midnight, and I have to say I am proud of myself for that, because that's usually not the case. All of it does boil down to time management, and that is pretty much ever since I've been a kid been a struggle for me. Pretty sure I have some form of clinically undiagnosed ADHD or something, because focusing on things can be a challenge for me, but sometimes it's also a curse that I focus on things too much. It's been going good. Since last week it's been full, but I don't know, something I've been having on my mind. It's kind of been how do I put this, almost depressing sort of, is the idea that as far forward as I can think ahead into the future, I have a seemingly endless number of projects and to-do lists and things that need to get done, and scarcely way too little time outside of work to get all of those things done, and I'm forced to prioritize those tasks, and on one side it is a benefit, because it means that I don't necessarily have a boring life, and I do have a purpose, and I have goals of things that I am seeking to accomplish, but there's also still a need in me for developing the skill to manage that time, and this comes back to my sleep schedule. Is the equation that I have in my head, which seems to be flawed, is that if I stay up later, I can get more things done and sacrifice sleep. But it feels weird just have critical thoughts out loud, but my experience and my observation is telling me that the time I gain from the time I gain from choosing to stay up late and sacrifice sleep to get more time, to be more productive. It's usually not productive time anyways, and then I get lower quantity and therefore relatively lower quality sleep than I could have gotten, which then means I'm overall less productive the next day. And that is the spiral that I have found myself in, of really struggling and really fighting to make it through each week, where the best I can do is get to the weekend, catch up on sleep, and then go do it again. And I'm finding that what I've been doing to myself is not sustainable. But last night was a good night. I was able to get the kids in bed by 10 o'clock, which I'll hold your thoughts on that one, but that was pretty impressive for me. Now also I will say, usually they are in bed before 10 o'clock. Before we had our third child, and now that we have our third child, it's been a challenge to adapt our family schedule and routine to live how we were living while also, having a new human to care for. But that's certainly been good. And what else? I guess that's it. Let me know in the comments if there's any sleeping or time management techniques that you use that have benefited you. Open to trying stuff. And as a follow-up to my, I think it was week 11 videos, I haven't done that much more in the way of exercise or working out, which I really do want to do, but I'm finding that my energy level throughout the day is still very subpar for what it could and should be, and I've traced that back to my sleep schedule. So I'm gonna make, getting enough sleep my priority right now, and we'll see how that impacts things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.